Hey fellow foodies, it's Faye from facefood.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make 2-ingredient biscuits. You heard me right, only 2 ingredients are involved. So in our bowl, we are going to go ahead and dump our flour. We are using self-rising flour. If you don't have any self-rising flour, you can always make your own. There are many websites that tell you how to do that. And then we're going to actually use a cake pan to bake these in, and we're just going to butter it really well. I'm using an 8-inch cake pan. You can also use a 9-inch. Okay, so back to our flour. We're going to go ahead and fork sift it. If you want to go ahead and go through the full sifting process, that's fine. If you want to just be lazy like I am, you can go ahead and just fork sift it and that will work just fine. Okay, so after that you want to make a nice swell in the middle, and then you're gonna put in your sour cream. If you find your sour cream is a little too thick for your liking, you can thin it down with some milk, but it's really not necessary. Okay, and then you're gonna just use kind of a broad circular motion, and you're going to allow these 2 ingredients to combine, and we don't want to over mix it, but we do want the flour kind of moistened. And you have your 4th cup of sour cream to the side in case you need it. I decided that my mixture needed it, so I added the 1/4 cup of extra sour cream, and then I gave it a mix as well. And you just want to mix it until it's just moistened. It kind of comes off the side of the bowl, and it's kind of just a large, there's large chunks of bits in there. So that's what we're looking for. You're going to lightly flour your board at this point. Remember, we're using very cold sour cream, and we also put our flour actually in the fridge for about 10 minutes, but that's going to be on the blog. So when you dump out the mixture onto your board, you're going to lightly pat it into kind of a square or circle shape. And then we're going to fold it in half as best as we can, and then pat that out. And then fold it in half one more time. If you find it's still giving you trouble, you can fold it for a 3rd time as well. It's up to you. Okay, so at this point we have our cake pan ready to go, and we're gonna just dip our biscuit cutter into our flour, and then we're going to cut out our biscuits. You want to make sure, it's really important at this point, do not twist when you're cutting out the biscuits. It won't allow the biscuits to rise if you do so. So keep in mind, do not twist during this part of the process. So just go up and down. As easy as biscuits are, they are easy to mess up as well. So there are a few tricks of the trade you have to follow. Those are all going to be on the post as well, but one of them is you cannot twist the biscuit cutter. Now this recipe yields 4. If you want to make more than that, obviously you're going to double it, and then you would kind of pack them into the same cake pan, because that's going to give you a nice soft biscuit on the exterior. Mine are going to be a little bit crispier just because I'm only putting 4 in there. The more air is allowed to circulate around the biscuits, the crispier they're going to be. If you pack them in there and nestle them all in there together, you're going to get a softer biscuit. Just a FYI. So you want to just put them in the cake pan, brush off the excess flour, and then I'm going to actually freeze those for about 15 minutes. Once you freeze them, you put them in the preheated oven, and we bake them for about 15 minutes. immediately out of the oven, you're going to brush them with our melted butter. And then you invert it into onto a plate. And just ignore those spare flour crumbs, that's fine. And then I'm going to move it to a new plate. You want them to cool upside down, but of course you flip them right side up when you serve them. Serve them warm, of course. So these are our biscuits, very easy. Like I said, mine are going to be a little bit more crispy. If you want them fluffy, do as I said. I'm gonna just put some butter and some homemade strawberry jam in these. If you want the full recipe, go to facefood.com. Give this video a thumbs up and a like, and I would really appreciate that. Comment below if you have any comments or questions. Share this as well. Also, I would appreciate if you consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed. That would be awesome, because there are more great recipes on the way. So until next time, guys, I do recommend you give this a try, and you have a wonderful day.